This is Cheryl Hamilton from Create with Cheryl, and I want to take a look at this month's paper pumpkin. You see, it got a little bit smushed in the mail. It's with love and gratitude. This is the September 2023 kit. So I always like to show you what's inside, just to show everybody what comes in these paper pumpkin kits. It's basically everything you need to create a card. So you could grab this kit and just take it with you on a trip, and you have things to make it. Good grief, this is so smushed. Barely open it. There it is. Ooh, that's neat. I always even like the tissue paper. I like to save it and reuse it. Lost Lagoon, which is one of my favorite colors. And these stamp sets are really pretty. Just flowers and grateful for you, thank you, with love and gratitude. So it's kind of a perfect set for Thanksgiving. Let's see what's in here. So when you get your kit, it's all wrapped up like this. The directions are on the back, and let me pull it open and see. Some tear and tape, dimensionals, which pop things up. Oh, cute. We've got some little cards. There's the envelopes. And that's fun, because sometimes you want to leave, even if you're, if you're giving a birthday gift, or if you're at a restaurant and want to leave a cute little note for somebody. And we've got boxes here. Lots of these little punch-out things for Halloween, Thanksgiving. These things are glue dots. So you take your pick tool or whatever you have, and you kind of grab them, and they have adhesive on the back. And then when you put them down, you're going to scrape off the top part, and that has adhesive on it also. So that's the thing you do if you just grab them and take them to on a trip. You don't really need your glue. More little pop-outs. Ooh, I like this one. This is gold foil leaves. Those are gorgeous. Is that it? I think so. And then this is something I just realize now. Every single thing, because I'm not a direction person. I'm pretty bad at doing that. I just don't like to read directions. I just like to look at the pictures. But look at this. There's a QR code on the back of everything. So you can point your phone camera at it, and it'll bring up the link, and you can watch the video on how to do it. So that was kind of an important thing for me to realize. Okay, I'm going to start making a few things, and I'll be right back. So I've started to do the little mini card, and I was going to just put it together to show you and not put it on video, but then I realized you guys might have some trouble with this. So here's the envelope. The card is folded. I've got my Stampin' Spot, and instead of inking it like this, it's just too little. So I turned my stamp upside down and put it all over this. Now I want to show you how it's going to ink up, because I think it's going to be a problem. I'm just grabbing a scratch paper here and putting it down. I wait till I see that the ink, but look at, it's all spotty. And it is all spotty. You can go for that look, but let me show you some things that sometimes I do to help me prep these photopolymer stamps. They're the clear stamps you get with paper pumpkin. So one thing I sometimes do is rough them up a little bit. I'm just going to clean it and scrub hard on my Stampin' Scrub, and then Let me try it again and see if it did anything, because I have another idea if this doesn't work. Okay, so this is just for showing you prepping the cards. It seems a little bit better, a little less blotchy. And okay, another one. Let me turn it over. Actually, let me do another so we can compare. Oh, it's darker. Okay, actually I have lots of tips. So remember these, this thing is called a Stampin' Pierce mat, and it's number 126199. I think they're only like $5, and I used to always use them when I was poking a hole to stick a brad in or something. Now let's see if this makes a difference. More scratch paper, okay. It still looks really blotchy. Is that better? Not a lot. Oh gosh. I think you just need to work with them. But let me not give up. I'm gonna try one more tip somebody told me, and that's Versamark. So, you know, I use Versamark a lot. It's a clear, kind of a sticky ink, and I use it a lot with when I heat emboss. That's what I use. So let's see if I've got another. I'm running out of scraps that big. Just do it on this. Okay, here goes. Now this had Versamark on it. I washed it off. Ooh, that's way better. Okay, I'm going to take that tip. Okay, so what I did was, you know, because look at from this to that, this one's a lot better image. So what I did was, let me think. I have the Stampin' Pierce mat underneath, and then I inked this with Versamark and inked it up. I did clean it off, and then I inked it up with my Stampin' Spot. And so after this, my images with this particular stamp should be really good because I've prepped it. You know, it doesn't need the Versamark anymore. You can just ink it up and stamp. Okay, I've got an idea for a card that's a fun fold, and it's basically because I want to start and do something with this piece. I'm just going to fold it in half. This is the small card. And then I'm taking a piece of crumb cake. Now, when I make cards for these, here's the directions. To look at the colors, you can go right to the back, and it has copper clay, crumb cake, Lost Lagoon, mossy meadow, pebbled path, and gold. So I'm just choosing crumb cake because it's light enough to be able to stamp on it. And I don't know how my desk gets so bad, but it does. It's just not a, I'm not a neat crafter. I'm a messy one. So, but here's what I'm going to do, and haven't made it yet, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay, I'm going to cut it. Let me see. 11 and a half, so that's long ways, by 5 and a half. Okay, and then I'm going to score it. Okay, bring my arm out like that. I'm going to score it at 1 3/4. And you can see, I like our trimmer because it has a scoring blade up here too. Just be careful you don't cut it. 3 1/2. 5 1/4. and 7. Okay, so that's basically that is the card base. I've cut 3 pieces of basic white, and these two are 5 1/4 by 1 1/2. So I've cut 2 of those, and then this piece here is 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I'm going to stamp because I really like this one that we did at the beginning, and to make it easier than the Stampin' Spot, I'm going to use my ink pad because it's larger and just simpler. Let me grab one of, well, everything's buried, you guys. I'm going to grab, this is basically what I showed you before, the Stampin' Pierce mat, and I've covered it with some grid paper so it don't get ink all over my grid mat. Or is that what it's called? No, I'm sorry. So I don't get ink all over my Stampin' Pierce mat. So let me see. I think I'm just going to use Lost Lagoon, this, and see what happens. I like to stamp not directly. I like when some goes over the edge. It just looks more artsy to me. Okay, so that's pretty. Okay, this will go there. This one, let me see what else I've got. I'm going to prep this one again with Versamark, just so that it stamps well. Oh shoot, I missed a piece there. Okay, I think that's all right. And for the for these 2 small white panels, I could also have cut Lost Lagoon. So I'm gluing them on the front part. And then the 3rd panel here. I think I'll go ahead and do this one. Okay, so here comes more of the fun part. Let me think how I do this. So to make this work, I'll take this card and I want see the score line there and this fold here. I want them to go straight over each other. Can you guys see it? So I'm going to put some glue. You don't want any glue to run over into this section or into this one, into the middle, because it needs to be able to fold. So just be careful when you're putting the glue that you don't put too much. Let me see. So I'll do some here and the other side. And because I probably need to go a little bit closer, I hope this makes sense to you. I'm going to put a little line right there. And where was my other one? Right here. Just so that it's stuck close to this edge. Okay, so I'm trying to center it and get the fold right over the other fold. You know, try to get those right together. So, and this feels like it's straight with the edge. So press it down, press this side down, and watch. Hopefully it'll work. Yeah, it does. Isn't that cool? So that's a really fun base, and I know it's a little harder than just the paper pumpkin, but if you'd like to try it, I know you guys can follow along and make this work. Let me think what I'm doing. I know I wanted to use this envelope because look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to, and I've already used up this card. So I'm going to take this apart. Try not to bend it too much. Okay, so there's a nice section there that I'm going to cut out and put on one of these. So here I've cut the envelope to use the designer series paper on the inside, and it's 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to glue it to this part. Oops. Okay, and then for the front of the card, I really like this just the way it is. And shoot, I should have stamped on this before I laid it down. So you guys can do that if you're, watching this, because I like the way that's stamped. But I think I'm just gonna basically pop some of these up without stamping. Let me see what else is in there. I guess that's for the middle. Oh, I should use that on this part over here. Okay, I'm going to do it without stamping, and I'm sure it'll be good. Just using these glue dots. It doesn't have to, every part of this doesn't need to be stuck down at all. It's covered with the pumpkins and stuff, and you just want to get it to stay in one place. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals on this one. I tell you, I just bury everything on my desk. Here it is. Oh, I forgot. I'm going to do a leaf under there because I like those. Oops, oh shoot, I want to put it the other way. Here we go. Okay. The other one, I had the stamp on there first. I'm going to stamp Grateful for You on one of these little tags. And glue it down on here. Get it straight. I think that's good. And then now I'm ready for the pumpkin. And I'm going to do this one too, but I don't want to pop this part of it up because it's already popped up. So I'll put a glue dot here and a dimensional over here. See, isn't that, it's getting really cute. You could stop there, but I noticed those have, you know, I have that center thing that I wanted to use, this little funny stamp. And let me see the colors again. I think it had Mossy Meadow. I don't know where my directions are. I'm going to do Mossy Meadow because I think that's what's in those. And if you're a paper pumpkin customer, you really will be happier if you buy a few blocks besides this. It comes with a large square one, but if you get this one, it's an A, and I'll give you the numbers in here. This is really nice, and also this one's really great. It's that's the G, and it just helps you get better images. You'll be happier. You guys, oh, here it is. Let me see what it looks like. I don't know how that's, oh, I see. It actually goes straight in there. Oh, okay, I get it. What? I thought they were flowers. They're pumpkins. Oh, I get it. That's cute. And here's a little mistake that I'm going to have to live with. But this is, see that smudge up there? That's why before gluing anything down, I usually get it all stamped, and then it wouldn't have had that mark. But I'm pretty happy. I think I'm going to leave it right there and just stamp a white envelope with something. And yeah, I hope you guys give this a try. I know it's a little bit harder, but it's really a neat fold. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Aloha. Okay, I'm back because I realized I wanted to do something to help you out with this bag. I don't know if I'm missing something, but the bag doesn't stay shut well. It just wants to do that. And that's going to drive me nuts. I mean, you could put Velcro or different things like that, but let me come up with a little idea and I'll be right back and show you. I've got 2 ideas for this lid and we'll see what works. The first one is to use an X-Acto knife. I don't know what you guys have in your craft room, but I never use that, but I found it, and I just have a piece of cardboard from something, and I'm going to slip it in. Let me see. So I'm going to, except before I slip it in, I'm going to decide where I want this thing. So I don't want it way down here. I want it up a little bit. And I don't know if this is going to work, but and I'm just looking, trying to get it even. So I'm going to do it from right here to right there. Slip this in. And again, this is kind of a pain, so I don't know if it's even worth it, but oops, that's not my X-Acto knife. So it's going to cut through this part, not the bottom. Okay. So I don't have it put together yet, but let me do that and see if it works. Okay, so I've got my box put together. I'll scrunch this in. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's going to stay, so I would be much happier with that. And then you put, you know, you glue everything to the top part, and when you open it, it will come open like this. Oh, they should have made a slit in it. So that's one thing. I'm going to give you one more tip. If you don't want to do the X-Acto knife, I would just grab ribbon and make a pretty bow. This is Lost Lagoon, which is going to go real nice with this. I don't know, 161, 171. And I have to use a lot if I'm going to use a bow. I'll just tie it so it'll slip off. It's hard to tie a bow if you don't have a knot first. Well, I'll just try. But, because then I could put my candy or whatever in it. And yay. Okay, so that, let me think. I'll probably put the bow right at the top and then add you know, I'll just glue a couple of things like that on it so that when they take the bow off, you just don't glue it at the bottom. Okay, well, I hope you guys are happy with those boxes and able to use them. And let me know, okay, what you come up with, and if you like boxes or if you want to stick with straight old cards. Okay, but thanks again. Okay, bye-bye.